So that's a lot of great classic memories. There definitely is nothing like the Bassmaster Classic for me. Again, I said before, I'm a fan first. 2019, it's all new ground for not just me, but for a lot of people. So this is going to be my 28th Classic. And there's a good chance that it might be my last Classic. A lot of changes in the industry, a lot of things going on, Major League Fishing expansion. But right now, I'm focused on the Classic. And it's weird in the sense that I have all these memories and I have all these emotions. I love this sport. What I love the most about this sport is the people. And the hardest thing about this Bassmasters Classic, 2019 in Knoxville, is all of those people that I'm going to miss, the friendships that you have, and you're going to stay close with people, but it's not the same. The thing that's really hard is, I compete because I love the competition, and it's never been about the records or I want to win my 5th Classic. I want to win more tournament. I want to win everything that I am. I want to win more Angler of the Years. That's why I do it. I've been doing this professionally now for almost 30 years, and it makes you look at things a little bit differently. And this Classic is going to be an awesome one. It's starting. It's a great venue. It's a great location. A lot of things in play from a competition standpoint, but emotionally for me, it's all right down to that point where I really haven't thought about it. And now that it's here, it's tough because all these people that I grew up with. I think of Trip Weldon. Trip Weldon started as the tournament director of bass the first year that I fished. All those memories that I have, and I think of Ray Scott and Dewey Kendrick and Helen Sevier from the early days, and right on through to, I've been through multiple ownership groups through the ESPN era, which was arguably the greatest growth era in the sport. When ESPN got involved, they did so much. They invested so much money into bass fishing, and that was a time in my career when I was having a lot of success. And so I reaped the rewards. I really helped with the overall awareness for bass fishing, and that's what's awesome about this whole sport is there's so many people that are so passionate about it, care about it. That's what I care about, is the health of it and to try to grow it. So, a lot of people ask you, why did you make this change, or what was this decision? And it was a really hard time, and the hardest part of it is, again, because of the people involved. I think back to all the people that I've worked with over the years and how close that you are with the production people, Jerry McInnes, Mike McInnes, the whole JM team, Mark Zona, Dave Mercer, Davey Height. Davey and I roomed forever, and those guys are the commentators. Mercer was there emceeing when I won the Classic. He started that year that I won in New Orleans, and all of those people. What makes bass is the people. The Classic, it is the greatest event in bass fishing. It's the Super Bowl. Bass is the shield of the sport. There's nothing that I have to say, and I could never disparage any of the people, or there's no one league or one tournament or one production team or anybody that's better than anybody else out there. It all comes down to you make decisions based on your gut, on trying to do the right thing for yourself, for your family, for your future. And this Classic brings a lot of things together. There's never been a better time to be in this sport than right now. There's never been more opportunities, and there's never been a harder time to be Kevin Van Dam. no matter what, I want to be looked at as a guy with integrity. I want to be respected by my peers and by the people around me. I've worked really hard over the years with the sponsors that I have. I mean, I've been as loyal a person as you can possibly be. There's no right or wrong. There's nobody that can see into the future. There's no crystal ball. But right now, I'm in the Bassmasters Classic, and I want to do my best to win. And I want to make the Bassmasters Classic the best it can be for everybody involved, you know, for my family, my fans. It's so interesting to see how the different viewpoints and how different people look at it. But I can tell you this, is that I think most everybody understands how big this moment is and what the 2019 Bassmaster Classic will mean in the history of bass fishing. You know, I've got a lot of family, a lot of friends that are at this event because they understand that magnitude. And I think myself, and especially my family, my wife Sherry, does that. And you know, you want to be true to yourself, and you want to be true to your friends, but in the end, the most important thing to me is compete with dignity. I want to respect my competitors. I respect the Shield, the brand, and I want to have a great week. I want to win the Bassmaster Classic. And that's what it all comes down to, is everything else, all the politics. There's a lot of opinions, a lot of people can say what they want to say, but until you've walked in these shoes, it's pretty hard to judge me. I'm the one that has to deal with that in the end. But I love this sport. I love the people involved in it, and I would never do anything to try to hurt bass fishing as a whole. And I think of all these young kids, all these college anglers, all these high school kids that I talk to. I do, you know, a lot of appearances and things like that. Their hope is to have an opportunity to have a career somewhere in this field. And I don't think that there's ever been a better time to make that happen. So my goal is to go out and have the best event that I can, and to do anything I can to try to help this sport be looked at in a positive way and ensure the future of competitive bass fishing. That's what I love. And in the end, I'm a competitor. I've done this, I do this, I'm still doing this because I love the competition. It's what drives me. It's not about records, or it's not about money or anything like that. That's not why I do it. I do it because I love it. And hopefully I can have a great week at the Classic, and this Classic will go down in history as one of the best ever, and time will tell what it means, and we'll look back at it someday, or I hope to look back at it someday and say, boy, you remember when the 2019 Bassmaster Classic went to Knoxville? What an event it was.